My loves, welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I heard comes from a movie, and the movie is Crazy Rich Asians. It is the part of the wedding when Rachel finally decides that she's going to go ahead and go to the wedding. She gets all dressed up, looking really pretty, and she decides that she is no longer looking for um, her boyfriend's mom to like her, but more so just for her to respect her. And, kind of no longer caring about how she truly feels about her. Um, and, she gets to the party, looks absolutely amazing. Okay. The mom is mean to her. She doesn't allow her to sit with his family. However, she ends up sitting with this famous, I believe she's a writer, and they end up having a conversation about something that she had written or something like that. And long story short, she still shows up and shows out. The scripture comes from Psalm 119 and 145. I call with all my heart, answer me, Lord, and I will obey your decrees. I call out to you, save me, and I will keep your statuses. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I have put my hope in your word. My eyes stay open through the watches of the night, that I may meditate on your promises. Preserve my life, Lord, according to your laws. Those who devise wicked schemes are dear, but they are far from your law. Yet you are near, Lord, and all your commands are true. Long ago, I learned from your statutes that you established them to last forever. Okay, so here's the message. God said whatever he said is going to be, is going to be. And for whoever this is for, it may be someone that feels like, so if you are in a relationship, this could be like somebody you're in a relationship with someone, and it could be somebody that is close to them, like it could be a friend, a family member, an associate of theirs that doesn't favor you. And that's how it was in this movie. The mom did not favor her, and because she didn't favor her, she went behind her son back and got a background check on her and found out that her mom had her out of wedlock and ran away to the States. And she didn't even know that. Like Rachel didn't even know that. She had no idea that her mom wasn't married to her dad. She had no idea her mom's husband was abusive. She had no idea that she was a love child. And she had no idea about any of that. And it was almost like she went digging all this up as like, yeah, and I found out about you, and I found out this, and I found you're hiding all these things. Rachel was never hiding anything. She had no idea about any of these secrets. Like, it was almost like, it's like she went and found out family secrets that Rachel herself didn't know. And then she used it to attack her as if she was hiding it. And she was so devastated by hearing all of these things about herself that, she was heartbroken and she ran out of the party. And he chased her because he couldn't believe that they did that to her. And he loves her. And in the end, he told her that he would leave his family for her because he loves her. And God said, for whoever this is for, what is intended to be is going to be. Now, obviously, I know this ain't for me. I don't know who this for. But I know I got thousands of people watching my channel. But this is somebody that God told you it was intended for you to be with somebody. And for one reason or another, y'all relationship is rocky. It's rocky because a family member doesn't like you. God said if it's intended for y'all to be together, y'all gonna be together. And this ain't for everybody, obviously, because it's not intended for everybody to be together. If God told you that it's not intended for you to be with this person, and then on top of that, they family don't like you, and then this person don't like you, and that happened, and this happened, like, when you gonna wake up and realize that it's just not meant for y'all to be together? And it's okay. And you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. And then simultaneously, if it is for you, you know what I'm saying? And, even though this person they may have a family member or two that don't like you. Other people like you. Everything else is going well for you. God told you y'all were intended to be together. Then, I mean, it don't matter. And I just feel like this is not even to tell anyone to do anything. This is just have the peace in knowing that God is God. And if it's a situation where you're intended to be with someone, you are going to be with that person. And it don't matter if God have to strike people down. You going to be with that person. If it ain't intended for you to be with somebody, God will literally rip them from your hands. And trust me, I know what that feel like. I just went through that. It don't feel good. It ain't fun. So, you know what I'm saying? I know me personally, I just rest knowing that I'm just going, everything is going to end up the way God wanted to. I'm not fit. I don't chase nobody. I ain't finna chase nobody down. I ain't finna beg nobody for nothing. I'm not finna sit around crying about nobody. I'm not finna stress myself out about nobody. I'm not about to unblock nobody. I ain't finna do none of that. Because what God wants to be separated, he gonna separate it. And you know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke with him. And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? At this point, that's how I feel like it is impossible that it is intended for me to be with this man. It is impossible. It is impossible. It is impossible. Even if it was a situation where it wasn't God himself ripping us apart from each other, it is obvious and clear that he don't want to be with me. And I'm not trying to hear nothing that he got to say at this point because he already showed me when I was there. And I can't forget crying and asking him why he was hitting me. Why did he punch me in my stomach? Why was he treating me like that? And him screaming at me saying he didn't want to be with me. I could not understand. I could not grasp. I could not understand why he was doing me like that. Somebody that told me he would never forget how we was how we were going through it together. Somebody that told me he would never forget us sleeping in the car. He would never forget us living in hotels. He would never forget. He would never forget. He would never forget. How soon he forgot. I can't forget it. And you can't pay me to believe it's intended for me to be with him. You can't pay me to believe that he really want to be with me. You could not pay. You can't pay me to believe it. I don't know why he even talked to me in the first place. I don't know why he talked to me the second time. I don't know why he carried on conversating with me every time he saw me. I really wish he would have left me alone. Because the way he hurt me, I have never experienced that in my life. Never in my life, because I'm not the kind of person where I harass men. I don't go after men. I don't beg men to be with me. It's not a situation where I'm chasing no man down and I'm trying to flirt. No, I don't do none of that. I was playing pool by myself. He wasn't the only person that asked to play with me either. If he didn't like me, he could have left me alone. I could have played by myself or with somebody else, and that's real. And it's just the way that he treated me is no way that anything that he has said to me since then, it has not moved me. I don't believe it. I don't. I feel like he was working so hard to make somebody that he wanted to believe that he didn't like me, he didn't want me, and he didn't want to be with me. And if they didn't believe it, I sure did. I can say that. If they didn't believe it, if it didn't work for them, it worked for me. I believe it. And you know what I'm saying? May we never see each other again. May we never meet again. I pray I never see that man again in life. I pray I never hear his voice again. I pray with all my being, with my heart and my soul, the way he hurt me, I never want to see him again. I feel utterly embarrassed that I even ended up with him in the first place. And it hurts to say that because I'm pregnant and I love my baby and I'm going to love my baby and I'm going to take care of my baby. But him, I pray I never see him again. But yeah, for whoever this is for, if it's intended for you to be with somebody, you're going to be with them. Don't stress yourself. Don't worry yourself. And that's what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.